There's a psychological phenomenon that explains why you feel less disciplined than the people around you. It's not a mindset problem. It's not a character flaw. It's a visibility problem. When you look at yourself, you see every skipped workout, every snoozed alarm, every time you said you'd do something and didn't. You have complete access to your failure rate. It's 100% visible to you. When you look at everyone else, you only see what made it to the surface. The gym check-in, the finished project, the calm, put-together appearance. You don't see them scrolling their phone for 40 minutes when they should be working. You don't hear the excuses they make to themselves. In psychology, this connects to the fundamental attribution error. When we see others succeed, we assume it's because of who they are, their character, their discipline. When we look at ourselves, we see all the context. We know we failed because we were tired or stressed or distracted. We give ourselves reasons. We give others traits. So you walk around believing everyone else just is disciplined, while you're someone who has to try to be disciplined. That framing sets you up to lose before you start. Here's the reality. Discipline doesn't feel like discipline from the inside. It feels resistance. The most consistent people you know are not gliding through their routines. They're grinding through friction just like you. The difference is they've done it long enough that some of that friction has worn down. This is neuroplasticity. When you repeat a behavior, the neural pathway becomes more efficient. Disciplined people don't have more willpower. They've just repeated certain actions enough that those actions require less effort to initiate. That means you're not broken. You're just earlier in the process than you're comparing yourself to. The person you envy at the gym has been doing this for years. Their brain has literally restructured around that habit. Comparing your week 3 to their year 2 isn't measurement, it's distortion. Now, none of this lets you off the hook. You might genuinely need to step up, but you need to step up from where you actually are, not from some imaginary starting line you think everyone else had. What actually helps? Track yourself against yourself. Write down what you did this week. Next week, do slightly more. Your only real competition is your yesterday. The brain responds to progress. When you notice forward motion, even small, it triggers dopamine and reinforces the behavior. But when you constantly compare yourself to other people's curated results, you never get that reward signal. You just feel behind. And behind doesn't motivate. It fatigues. Be careful what you consume. If your feed is full of people performing discipline, morning routines, productivity setups, you're training your brain to see discipline as something others have and you don't. That warps your expectations. Discipline is quieter than the internet makes it look. It's not a personality. It's not a lifestyle. It's just a pattern of decisions repeated enough that they become easier to make. You're not less capable than the people around you. You just have perfect information about your own failures and almost none of theirs. Start where you are, track your own trajectory, build, don't compare.